Welcome to What the Wrestling, the podcast where you break down the biggest moments, hottest takes, and the wildest stories from the world of pro wrestling. Whether you're a diehard fan or just stepping into the squared circle, we're here to give you the real scoop on everything happening in the ring.
I'm your host, RJD, and we're about to take a ride through the latest and greatest in pro wrestling. Get ready for all our hot takes, deep dives, and all the wrestling you never knew you needed.
Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button and join What the Wrestling family so you never miss an episode. Now let's step into the ring.
You're listening to the What the Wrestling podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJD.
Tiger uppercut.
Oh, you already know what time it is. AEW, everybody. And I just said that twice.
You stupid.
But it's all good. AEW, winter is coming. Shout out to Game of Thrones. AEW, winter is coming review. And I am coming to review it. So with that being said, I'm here for a good time. Not a long time, so let's not waste any time. Let's go. Yes. It's time. RJD here. Welcome to What the Wrestling, the show that brings you all things wrestling. That is my water, and hit the like button. Hit the like button, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Roll it across the bottom of your screen. Follow me, RJD, at What the Wrestling on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. And follow me, RJD, RJ699 on the Twitter. I'm about to start having everything roll across the bottom of the screen. All the social media I'm going to have pull up. I might just have a new drop down for it. Make it a little easier for you guys. No updates as of today. This will be 12/12. We have Saturday night's main event. I will be going live this weekend, and we have to review that show and other things that go on. And we have SmackDown, so got to review that. So look out for that. SmackDown, I might review tomorrow night instead of Saturday, because Saturday I got a lot going on. So Saturday might be review time for SmackDown before Saturday night's main event. Hopefully they add another match. We will see. But we are here to talk about AEW Dynamite. So, Dynamite. Good show. Cheers to Dynamite. We had ourselves a good show today. We had a good opening, a good closing, and an awesome Gold League match between Speedball and Kyle Fletcher, which I will get to a little later. But first things first, Babes of Wrath versus the Timeless Love Bombs. Oh, all the beautiful names for these groups on AEW. And dare I say, thank you, Babes of Wrath. Thank you, Timeless Love Bombs. This match was A1. This match was awesome. The Dr. Bomb gets the win in the new AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron. Absolutely awesome match. All 4 of these ladies are great. There's really, I mean, yes, winners and losers, but honestly, I love all 4 of these ladies. So I'm just like, they could all wrestle their asses off. They all do wrestle their asses off. And the ending of this was great. We had Shirakawa fighting back. Harley Cameron hits her finishing move. Literally, it's her finishing move. And tags in for the Dr. Bomb. And that was all she wrote. Just real quick after the match, Paquette interviews the champs. They were a bit emotional, hugging on each other. And Storm and Shirakawa stood up. And they were about to fight, and they said, no, everybody gets a hug. They're all huggers in there. Shout out to Bailey, and they all walked out. Well, they walked out, and the champs stood tall. So this was awesome. And honestly, this was a great way to kick off the match. Great way to showcase the women's division. All of these ladies are awesome. I have literally nothing negative to say about this. And shout out to Willow, who is AEW, who will be the first AEW Triple Crown winner. I have no doubt. Willow is absolutely great. First title for Harley Cameron, who I was pulling for to get a title. If you've seen any of my live streams in the past 6 months, you know I was pulling for her to get a title sooner or later. Glad she's got one here. Toni Storm, absolutely, what a crazy last couple of years she's had. And Marina Shirakawa is also awesome at what she does. This is awesome. Nothing bad to say here. We had the Ops back there. We had the Ops backstage, and Samoa Joe basically said, this is me. And you are in my way, and I'm going to get you out of my way. And Joe is a bad MFer. And he says, I only get rid of people who are standing in my way, and that's you. So he's going to beat your ass. Talking to Eddie Kingston. Moving right along. Jon Moxley minus Pac and Claudio.
Stop it.
Very interesting. Jon Moxley cuts a promo with the other Death Riders minus Pac and Claudio. Says he never felt more alive. And he says, yes, he's took some L's, but Fox says the circumstances aren't ideal, but he loves that his back is against the wall, and if there's one grain of sand left in the hourglass, he will score. Don't count him out. We'll keep our eyes on that closely. Then we had Continental Classic Gold League match, Kazuchika Okada versus Jungle Jack Perry. Now, what I will say is Darby Allin, get well soon.
Stop it. Get some help.
Just Darby Allin got hurt, and he understands that sometimes you got to protect the player from himself.
Oh, my God.
Don't know why Darby's hurt. I just want Darby to get well, because there ain't no... Come on, I got to say this. I got to sit up and say this. There ain't no way in hell the man climbs Mount Everest, makes it back down the mountain, and then he gets hurt wrestling. No.
Nope.
No. The man survived Mount Everest, probably walking past dead bodies as he was coming down the mountain and going up the mountain. Ain't no way wrestling takes him out. We've seen Darby take crazy, hellacious, just extreme falls and bumps. And as soon as he comes down the mountain, he gets hurt. I don't know what happened. I'm going to look it up and see if I can find some research, do some research on what he's actually injured from. If you know in the comments, please let me know what the hell happened to Darby. But listen, man, no man that survived Mount Everest should be coming back and getting hurt. So I wish Darby speedy recovery, bro. Speedy recovery. But he was replaced by Jungle Jack, and he had a good match with Okada. But in the end, he eats a rainmaker. And that's all she wrote with him. But this match was more so to set up the end of the match, where Don Callis is still trying to recruit somebody, anybody. I mean, God damn it. Don't you got enough people, Don Callis and the Don Callis family? You got 1,500 people that I can't even name, and you trying to recruit the Bucks, trying to give them $1 million, trying to recruit Jungle Jack, you trying to give him $1 million. How many millions of dollars you got? Give me $1, Don Callis. Let me get $1.
Stop it.
Let me get $1.
Nope.
But Jack Perry says he has Don's answer for a second time tonight. He's going to bite off more than he can chew, and he goes 7-on-1, gets his ass kicked. Luchasaurus comes down. He's hesitant to get in the ring. He keeps pump faking, but that was all to set up the Young Bucks, whacking him and everybody else in the back with the chair. Don Callis gets stuck in the ring. Konosuke Takeshita eats the super kick in place of Don Callis. Kazuchika Okada eats the EVP trigger, and the babyfaces stand tall. After the match, the Bucks go back and say, listen, man, we need a third man. And they knock on, they ask Luchasaurus. He says, points over there, and it is one Kenny Omega. And he says, why not? You guys need a tag team partner? I'm your guy. So that's setting up something for next week, if I'm not mistaken. Looking forward to it. Good stuff here. Jungle Jack was basically getting his ass kicked the whole match. He started off hot, but in the end, they really want to show you that Okada is the best tournament wrestler, and we'll see how this unfolds. So, backstage, we see the conglomeration celebrating with Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron. Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa show up to join the celebration. It's a celebration, bitches. They get a video package from Mercedes Moné in her recent loss. And now the descent of Mercedes Moné. It has begun. To all my Mortal Kombat people, rest in peace to Shang Tsung. Obviously, his real name is not Shang Tsung, but rest in peace to him. The gentleman who played Shang Tsung recently passed away. And your soul is mine. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. That is a classic. Listen, you can watch that movie now and say, oh my God, this movie's so bad CGI, blah, 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 blah. But 10-year-old me don't care about none of that.
Stop it.
10-year-old me is like, watch that movie right now. I actually saw it a couple years ago. I should go rewatch it. Renee Parquez backstage with Eddie Kingston. He says he's nervous as hell for ATL, and reminds him of the anniversary of Terry Funk winning the championship. Kingston says he's trying to keep his emotions in check. Excuse me. But Joe has the fight of his life coming. Mark Briscoe has something to say. Mark Briscoe, once again, has a promo backstage. And he's basically talking about Danny Garcia. And Danny Garcia says, you can't touch me. Mark Briscoe says, I'm going to kick your ass. And they got a championship match coming. Set for Collision, if I'm not mistaken. So, Wheeler Yuta came out. He said some hurtful things. Danny Garcia came out. Said I can say hurtful things. But they stopped each other. Oh, well, the Death Riders held back Danny Garcia from fighting. And there you go. We had a bunch of ladies beating the hell out of each other backstage. The Triangle of Madness were attacking random women again, but Chris Statlander comes out with a steel chair. Well, she was getting beat up, and then she found a steel chair, and she went on to beat the hell out of everybody, so we know that's coming. So now things started to heat up in the show. We had a tornado tag match. The Hangman, Adam Page with Mr. Swerve looking jacked versus the Ops, Katsuyori Shibata and Powerhouse Hobbs. Now, they started off in the crowd. The baby faces had chains. You had Swerve, he's dangerous. Page is dangerous. They're beating the hell out of each other. They're fighting in the damn concourse. They're fighting all over the arena. They finally make their way back. And the end of the match came where it was a buckshot lariat and a house call. And Hangman Page gets the victory. These guys, these frenemies, have a common enemy, and they are angry. Hangman then cut a promo later on and said, I am coming for you, dumbass. So, shout out to this. This was great craziness brawling around the arena. I love it. AEW is very good at these around the arena brawls and everybody's fighting and shit's going crazy. They're very good at that. So that happened. Don Callis laid the challenge to the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks then laid the challenge back. And then we had the best thing on the show for me. Let's stop show. Speedball, Mike Bailey, and Kyle Fletcher. Thank you very much, brothers, Kyle Fletcher, Speedball. Thank you very much for your 20 or however many minutes of entertainment. This is why I love professional wrestling. This match was, god damn it, A1, A++, awesome. This was everything that you want in a tournament style wrestling tournament. Whatever. But this is everything you want in a tournament because you have upsets, you have stories, you have all of this stuff. And these guys laid it all out there, hitting each other with everything and the kitchen sink. And what happens? Speedball gets the win at the end. We had just absolutely crazy. I'm going to go back and actually probably rewatch this match. It was that good. Probably the best TV match of the year, to be honest. This will definitely make a lot of people's top 10 matches of the year, I think. It might be in the lower half, but as for a TV match, it might be the best TV match that I've seen all year. These two were absolutely great. Speedball at the end is about to get power bombed like this. So he comes up, they roll through, and he uses his feet to lock during the roll-up to lock Kyle Fletcher's legs. And Kyle Fletcher could not believe that he had lost. This was mother effing amazing. Good match. Great match. Awesome stuff. One more Don DeMarco. This was awesome. Good stuff. So, after all of that, we had stuff that I already talked about, and then we ended it with Samoa Joe versus Eddie Kingston. We had ourselves a smack fest. And my chest hurts just thinking about it. Chop. Two heavy-handed individuals beating the holy crap out of each other. This was a good episode of Dynamite. I'm all for it. So these guys beat the hell out of each other. And what I noticed here I don't think they got any interference in this match. It was just Samoa Joe, Eddie Kingston, beating the hell out of each other, telling a good story, and Samoa Joe gets the choke out of Eddie Kingston. He didn't tap out, but he did choke out. But actually, did he tap out? I think he kind of really tapped out at the end. He kind of did one of these tap out things. But at the end, I ain't mad at it. This was a good match. Eddie Kingston definitely put forth a good effort and a good match, but in the end, Samoa Joe gets the win. Now, we got 3 hours of Dynamite next week. I know a lot of people not looking forward to 3 hours of Dynamite, but at the end of the day, this week they did their thing. They did that thing this week. We had Hook. Hook came out with the lollipop in his mouth. Referee quickly threw his ass out. So that was great. Crowd was fully behind him. And listen, this was great, man. This was a good episode of Dynamite. Between good beginning, good end, and that match in the middle with Speedball and Kyle Fletcher, you can't get much better than this. So I will say Don DeMarco for Dynamite tonight. Don DeMarco. And that's all I got for you today. So today is Friday. I don't think I'm going to go live tonight. I probably will go live tomorrow. So the SmackDown review will be out before Saturday night's main event. So I'll probably put it out at like 12 o'clock. So look out for that. And as for me, I am out. So Saturday night's main event. We got a live stream coming up. Everybody enjoy the day. Be safe. I'm out. Dynamite. Keep up the good work, baby. Peace.